Hey, it's Dr. Betsy Greenleaf, first board certified female urogynecologist, and I want to welcome you to our second ever Happy Vagina Rally. Yeah, I really want to thank all of you because our first Happy Vagina Rally was such a big hit that we've gotten so many requests to come back and do it again. So here we are, bigger and better than ever. In fact, I just wanted to go over a little bit of what this summit entails. We have more speakers than we could keep track of. Originally, this was only supposed to be 30 speakers, but because of the popularity of the event, more and more people kept reaching out to us. And then it was hard because there were more and more topics I wanted to cover because I realized there's so much as women that we really need to know to empower ourselves. So I'm really excited and hope that you enjoy this program. So first of all, wanted to just mention that our brains tend to learn better when we've had a little bit of physical activity. So just like we started off the last summit, if you were here with us, we're gonna get up and do a little bit of dancing to get our body moving, our blood flowing, and get our brains in gear. So let's go.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. Shine, darling. Shine. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine. Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine.
Whew, so now that we've got everything moving and grooving, I wanted to go over a little bit about what this summit entails. So, yes, it is the Happy Vagina Rally. And why is it being named that? Mainly it comes out of the fact that I want to normalize the word vagina, because 65% of women are uncomfortable saying the word vagina, yet 80% of us will have a pelvic health issue at some point in our lives. And this is something that I've saw time and time again in my health practice is every single day, every single hour, I would walk into an examination room, a woman would tell me what was going on with her, and the next few words would be, have you ever heard of this before? Like, I must be the only one. Well, here's the thing. You're not the only one. This is something that whatever's going on down below the belt, this is something I hear day in, day out. But for whatever reason, we don't talk about this. And so people start feeling very alone, very isolated, embarrassed, shy. These topics become very taboo. I mean, I'm trying to normalize the conversation, but yet, God forbid you mention the word vagina, you get kicked off of, I've already been kicked off of Instagram once. I'm always in Facebook jail for going against community standards, because the word vagina goes against community standards. But it's not just that. It's if we can normalize the conversation and desensitize people to the anatomical words that refer to our pelvic organs, vulva, labia, mons, clitoris, anus, vagina. We start saying those words over and over again. We become desensitized. And over time, we can now have the conversation about our parts, about our health, about our hormones, about our sexuality, and it doesn't become a big deal. So, no, I know we're not going to get there overnight, but over time, we just continue this path. Hey, listen, I definitely did not grow up comfortable saying the word vagina, or talking about my pelvic parts. I definitely went through a phase in my young adulthood where I was having issues with odors, where I was having issues with itching, burning, discharge. And there was a lot of shame. What was I broken? Did I do something wrong? At this time, I wasn't even sexually active, but I was afraid people would misconstrue and think I was sexually active because I was having these issues. And I know I'm not the only one, because a lot of women I've talked to over the years have been in the same boat. But once again, if we can talk about these topics and we can acknowledge these things, then it's easier for us to go ask for help without shame. It's easier for us to be empowered to seek out proper answers for our health conditions, to figure out what is normal, what's not normal. So, these are just a lot of the things that I've heard day in and day out. But we're not just a vagina summit. So, though, like I said, that is the main name of the summit, just to kind of normalize the conversation. This is really a women's empowerment summit. So it's empowering you to know more about your body. And we're going to cover topics not just down below, not with the hoo-ha, not down there. We're covering other things. We're empowerment. We're covering the hair health. We're covering bone health, sexuality, different types of surgeries, what kind of products are out there. Really actually very heavy on gut health. And you're going to go, well, Dr. Betsy, why are we talking about the gut when this is a vagina summit? Well, Hippocrates in 440 BC, who was a Greek philosopher, physician, he was accredited as saying, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. And in modern days, we've kind of gotten away from that. But we're coming back. We're coming back to our beginnings, and we're realizing that the things that we put on and in our bodies affect our health in dramatic ways. And so I can honestly sit here and say to you, 90% of the medical conditions that we're experiencing are either caused or worsened by gut health. And we're not going to fix those health problems if we don't address the gut. So this is why you're going to see over the course of this summit, there's going to be a lot of this coming back to gut health, coming back to things that are in the body, things that we put on our body, products, cosmetics, how they can affect our hormones. So we're going to take note of that. I'm bringing it up to you now because if you bring your attention to it, you're going to see it more frequently and you're going to start noticing it in the world around you. So, you're going to look back on the day that you signed up for this summit and realize for weeks, months, and years to come that you're exactly where you need to be to succeed as a woman, both physically, mentally, and emotionally. And so this is why I'm so excited that you're part of this summit. So what other fun things do we have coming up? We have some great speakers, tried to get a whole range of experts. If you have not already bought the VIP pass, I would highly recommend it. We've really gone out of our way to price the VIP pass at such a low price to make it accessible to as many people as possible. Because I know even myself as a physician, when I was going back and editing a lot of these or, re-listening to a lot of these interviews, I was picking up something new each time I listened to one of these experts. So I don't think it's enough to just hear this information once. Being able to have your own health library and to go back and watch these videos on demand. And that's what comes with the VIP membership, going back and to be able to watch these things time and time again, because each time you're going to learn something new. Or, maybe there's something that doesn't really apply to you right now. And then in the future, whether it's weeks from now, years from now, all of a sudden you're like, hey, wait a minute, I'm having that problem. And I remember it was talked about on the Happy Vagina Rally. Let me go back into my membership and find that interview about that subject. And that gives you a great starting point on where you can be getting, better get the information that you need. So I highly recommend that. Make sure you give everybody, if you're involved in social media, go find all the speakers, give them a follow, because they're now part of your community, and keeping them part of your community by following them. Give me a follow at Dr. Betsy Greenleaf _ on Instagram, or Dr. Betsy Greenleaf in other forms. We're constantly putting out information, because my ultimate goal, and I'm sure the majority of the experts in this summit, their ultimate goal is really just to see a world where people are not suffering. And if I can aid in your improvement, your elevation in this world, anything that I can do to help somebody become better, healthier, more vibrant, that is my goal. And so also very open to ideas, suggestions, programs that you want to see in the future. Let us know. So along with the VIP pass, just remember there are tons of bonuses that come with that. So not only do you get the access to be able to watch that on demand, but we have a bunch of different handouts and bonuses that go with it, because we really want to basically congratulate and award your success in taking that step to being your best ever. And so we got tons of bonuses to further support you. Now, if you're watching this, the free version, that's great, awesome. You're exactly where you need to be. And this information is really going to get you on the road to a well and healthy life. And I really want to congratulate you for just being here. Make sure you share this with your friends, family, siblings, aunts. Just think about all of us came from a woman. We have women in our lives, sisters, mothers, aunts, friends who are struggling just like we are, and that this is information that they need. So make sure you share the Happy Vagina Rally with them, and they can kind of jump in anytime during the summit and sign up, and we think that's great. I also want to give special thanks to all of our sponsors. You'll see them on our pages. Many of the sponsors were picked because they were products that I believed in and wanted to further their reach in the world, because I'm like, hey, how come women don't know about these products? And we actually do have a really fun session where we're going to do a little show and tell later on. But once again, I'm really appreciative, grateful for you. Keep watching, keep joining, and check us out as we start off with our first session of Happy Vagina Rally. Let's go.
The best things in life are the people we love, the places we've been, and the memories we've made along the way. Don't let your pelvic health get in the way of your life. The Pelvic Floor Store, your resource for personal health. Transformation, empowerment, confidence. Through superior education. Femversity, your resource for personal and wellness development.